Hello, fellow instructors or new adjuncts that are starting at Ivy Tech Community College, Muncie campus preferably, but if you're starting somewhere else, that's fine too. I'll share this video with you all as well. So what I got going on today is I want to just kind of show all the new instructors who possibly are going to be working here at Muncie with me how to navigate the MyIvy and how to navigate Canvas and just do some general things. These are a lot of common questions that I get from instructors on how to do setups, how to import course shells from Commons, how to post grades, how to post participation, how to input grades, how to view labs and other instructor resources. So what I'm going to go through first is I'm just going to go through the IvyLearn. So what I'll do is I'll go up here to I'm going to open up the IvyLearn, the Canvas. And the very first thing that you'll have to do when you have a course is you'll have like unpublished courses down here whenever you're getting ready to start a term, and you'll need to import the course content from the Commons area. I'm not actually going to do it because I've already done it. I'm just going to show you how to do it. So if I click on this upcoming course, which is a second 8 weeks spring 22 course, and down here on the left-hand side, I'm in the course, but this would normally all be blank. It would just be empty with no content. So how we pull that content in is you actually go to Commons, and the course name is ADMF 202. So I'm just going to type that in, ADMF 202. And now you see ADMF 202, spring of 2022 listed right here. If I click on that, it's going to give you some options. It'll show all the course content here. And then if you do import download, if I select this option, you'll see it has an option to import it into Canvas. You don't want to do all because that would actually pull this content into all of your courses. We just want to do the ADMF 202 for spring of 2022. So it's really simple. You just find the ADMF 202, which is, I believe, Digital Fundamentals and Seaman Automated Controls. So which is the course name. So spring 2022, Digital Fundamentals and Siemens Automated Controls. So you would just check this box, and then all you would do is just hit import into course. And once you do that, I can just close out of here because I've already done it. Once you do that, it'll say your course is being imported. You can just leave this. You can leave the Commons area and you can go back into your other courses or go somewhere else. And after about 10 to 15 minutes, you can check back into the course and it should look something like this. And remember, it'll be about 10 or 15 minutes to load everything in, but then you'll have all of your course content. So really simple thing to do. You really need to do this about probably 2 to 3 days prior to the course starting, so the students have all of the stuff. And when I say course starting, that's the start of the semester. So if your class is on a Friday, you want to do this before the Monday. So do it the week prior, probably Thursday or Friday or something, because the students can actually start accessing the course afterward. So let's talk about some things once the course starts. So once your course starts, the students may say something like they can only see modules 1 and 2, or only the first couple of modules, and the rest of the course content is locked. If you go into modules here, and this will be in your instructor view, you'll see that there's some green check marks and everything's broken down, instructor resources, some automation students, and then instructions. And then you'll have module 1 here. Now you'll notice module 1 in its gray tab already has a green check mark, which means this module is published. So if this course was open to the students now, they would be able to see module 1. And module 2 is also published with this green check mark. Module 3 does not have a green check mark, but if you hover over it, it'll say publish. If you just click it, now the students can see it because it says published. And module 4, also published. Now students can see it. One of the things I like to do in 8-week courses is I'll open up the modules 4 at a time, and then at like the end of week 2, I'll open up 5 through 8 or something. This way the students can work ahead if they want to on their e-learnings and post quizzes, but they can't work too far ahead where they're going to miss something or not going to absorb the material correctly. So that's how you unlock modules in Canvas. Now, as students complete assignments, many of the items in here are automatically graded. Your e-learnings, as the students complete them, The homework, you'll probably need to do some grading on that, but the post quizzes, anything with a Q or an M, or not an M, sorry, anything with an e-learning or a Q that says post quiz, those should be automatically graded. Now, there are some of them in the post quizzes where there's fill-in content that you might have to review, but you'll get notifications about that in the course, and I'll show you where you'll see those. If you go back here to the course home, and we're still in ADMF 202, over here on like view notifications or view course notifications, right underneath here where it says coming up and all this stuff, between course notifications and coming up, there'll be some assignments listed there. You can just click on them and it'll tell you what you need to review on the assignment. So that way you'll kind of know what you have to go through. You may have to enter in some points for it or anything, but it's pretty self-explanatory. So now that I've covered how to publish modules and how to view course notifications, we'll go over here to grades. And there are two different views on your grades. Now, these are the students that are registered for this course. So what I'll show you is just kind of, you can click. Now I leave it in the gradebook view. You can go to individual gradebook and you can pull up one student at a time and look at their grade and enter stuff. I prefer the actual gradebook view because it lists all students with all their grades underneath each assignment. So literally when you're entering in grades, say that they have a, I don't know, homework, one of the homework assignments or something. We'll just go with ebook assignment. And you have to grade that or you have to check it to make sure it's done. You literally would just click the drop down and hit the check mark that they've done it. Like I said, some of these assignments are just check like they did it or they didn't do it. And then others you have to enter in grades. So if they do the lab and they get 100, you literally would just type the grade in like that and click off of it and it saves it there. So you can just do, they all got 100 on the lab. Just like that. It's that simple. So the grades you have to enter, you can enter in yourself. Now I'm going to go through and delete these, but a lot of the e-learnings and quizzes will automatically grade, but like the labs and homework assignments, you may have to enter in the grades yourselves. So be wary of that, but I prefer the gradebook view versus the individual view. That way I can kind of see everything that the grades encompass on one screen. So I went over how to import course content from Commons. That way you get the information and all the course content into your course. And then I just went over the grading on how to know whether or not an assignment is an automatic grade or something that you have to enter yourself, and also how to view course notifications for assignments to click on to be able to grade if there's a few fill in the blank questions as well. Now, one thing I want to go over real quick is attendance. Please make sure that you follow attendance. Every day you meet a class, click the attendance tab, and all you got to do, if everyone's here, just click mark all present. And then you can go through here and just click a few times. So the X means they're not present, yellow means they were late, and this one just means you haven't entered anything. It's a gray one. So that's how you do attendance at the beginning of each class. It's a lot easier just to knock it out at the beginning of each class. So say that you need information about a student and all you have access to is their names here, how to get their email address, how to do all that stuff. Just click on the People tab and it'll pull all of the people that are involved in the course and it'll give you their emails and student ID numbers just in case you need them. So this is a way to send an email to a student if you need to. The best way to communicate with a student is email or Canvas inbox. I prefer Canvas inbox because when you do Canvas inbox, it sends an email to them as well. So if you click the student in the Canvas inbox and you want to send a message to a student in class, you would actually just select the course, and most of them is going to be under favorite courses. And then you would just click over here on the directory, click students, and here's your list of students you can send a message to. So I'm going to select Bart as an example. Bart, this is an old class, so he was a former student. And then say I wanted to send him something about soccer registration. And I would just type in, this is my message to you. And then I would hit send. And what this does is it sends it to the Canvas inbox, and they'll see a notification here that they have a message. But it will also send them an email with what's in the message, so they get it twice. So that's why Canvas Inbox is a very handy tool to have at your disposal. So back into the course, at the beginning of each course, one thing you'll need to do is you'll need to edit your syllabus. So you'll see where it says like instructor information, all this is blank. All you got to do is go on to edit tab, and you'll need to fill out specifically this information. You don't need to necessarily put a picture, but you'll need to put all your contact information and then your supervisor's information, which if you work at the Muncie campus, that's me, Brandon Gonzalez. And then campus supervisor, that would be Jeremy Brown, the dean of the College of AMAES. So if you click edit, this literally pulls this information up, and now I can change this. I can start typing Brandon Gonzalez. I'm not going to change all this information yet because the course isn't published, but when you hit update campus or update syllabus, you'll see my name is now there. This is what the student will see. So just make sure you fill that information out. Down here, lower in the edit tab, you'll have campus and meeting times. The only ones that I really care about being here, and this is just my personal preference, is the campus, which will be Muncie Cowan Road, and then the meeting times. So your class meets Monday and Tuesday, you would put MT 5 to 8:50 if that's your meeting times. So again, just make sure that you're getting all that information complete and getting everything done and posted and ready to go before the class starts. That way the students aren't emailing me and asking me a ton of questions. Just a mild inconvenience. I don't mind being emailed. So that's a brief rundown of Canvas and some general navigation help. I guess we'll go into MyIvy. So sometimes you'll get notifications. So this is the MyIvy screen. This is how you would get to Canvas. This is how you view your pay stubs. This is how you check your email, the Office 365. And then you'll have Ivy Time, which is how you would submit timesheets if you were a full-time employee. You'll see some others that say like final grades and 60% participation. So halfway through the semester or halfway through the course, depending on whether it's 8-week or 16-week course, you're going to get some emails about posting midterm grades. So if you go up to the search bar and type in midterm grades, or just type in midterm, it'll be the first thing that pops up. You'll get this tab. You select the correct semester, which is spring 22, and then you select your course, which I'll just do this one. Now I've already posted my midterm grades, so I'm just submitting to look at them. But all you got to do when you're posting your midterm grades is go to Canvas and then go to the course grades. As long as you've entered all the grades up through module 8, since this is a 16 module course, you just go all the way to the end, make sure all your grades are entered as you go. And then where it says total, you just check what their grades are. And then you just come here and hit the drop down and then select their grade. And then once you're done selecting all the grades for your students, you just hit submit and you're done. It'll tell you this has been successfully saved and all that good stuff. But that's how you post midterm grades. The next one you'll have a few weeks into the course, probably 2 weeks if it's an 8-week course, 4 weeks if it's a 16-week course. But you'll have something called submitting no-shows. So you didn't have a student show up to the first 2 classes and they haven't done any of their e-learnings. You would click on that submit student no-shows. Then you have to sign in. Then it'll say select from the drop-down menu. I would select it, hit go, and then over here, you see obviously all my students showed up. But if I had one that didn't show up, there would be yes and no tabs here. I would hit yes on all the students that showed up the first 2 weeks. And then if I had a student not show up to either class the first 2 weeks and hasn't done anything, then I would hit no and then hit submit and it would save it. So that would basically just drop them from the class as a no-show. Lastly, or I guess not lastly, thirdly, about a week after midterms are submitted, you'll get a notification that wants you to submit 60% participation in the course. So what we'll do then is you'll just go to the submit 60% participation. You'll click same thing. This is almost the same thing as the no-show. This just basically means that the student has showed up to at least 60% of the classes. So say they've missed 2, but they've been to, 6 classes. That means they meet that 60% threshold. So you would just select yes or no and then hit submit. And that would let them know based on their financial aid where they're going to stand the next semester. So these are very important things to do. And then lastly, final grades. So if you click on view or enter final grades, you'll select the semester, you'll hit submit, and then you would select the class. And it's the same thing. It's going to tell me the final grade worksheet is unavailable. However, this is done exactly the same way as the midterm grades are. You would just select the student's grade from the drop down based on what it's showing them in Canvas at the end of the semester. So say it says 80, 80, 80, 80, 80, everybody gets a B. You would just select B, 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 and those drop downs, then hit submit, and you're done. You have now submitted their final grades for the course. So that's pretty much it on how to do the midterm grades, the student no-shows, the participation, and the final grades. And I went through everything on Canvas as well. That's like the critical things you need to know: how to get the course content, how to grade assignments, how to unlock modules, and all that other good stuff, and how to contact your students. So last thing I'm going to show you as a little helpful tidbit is I'm going to open up Office 365, which is email, how to get to your instructor email. When you click that Office 365 link, you'll get a bunch of stuff here that's like documents you were sent. However, over here on the left-hand side, just hover over the one that says Outlook. If you click that, it's going to tell me can't be reached, but it's going to refresh, and there, boom. Now we have our instructor email. So this is how you, and I highly encourage you, even when you're not at work, I would check this at least 2 to 3 times a week. That way you'll know exactly what you're getting, and you'll know exactly when you're going to get it, because students will send you emails often. This is why I tell them, make sure you submit it in the Canvas inbox, because I'll get it in inbox and in Canvas. If you need any help getting anything set up on your cell phone, just give me a holler and let me know, and we'll get that set up for you with the Outlook app. But that's pretty much all I have for you guys today. I appreciate your time, and have a good rest of your day.